This is part 17 of how my mom tried to bury me alive. So it was Labor Day weekend, and I told everyone that I was going to Cape May to hang out with my grandma, who's like literally like 90 years old, to like golf with her and stuff. But actually, I went to Hilton Head to hang out with this guy that I like, who I'll just call Beach Hottie. Anyway, the day before Labor Day, I was like, okay, actually, I need to get stuff done. Like, I need to be productive before school starts. And so I chartered a private jet from this guy that I knew, and I flew back to Rosewood so that I could get stuff done. And like, I was booked and busy. Like, I had my meetings lined up. Like, I literally checked into the Lost Woods Resort. Then I went to Brookhaven to meet up with Mona. Mona's the weird girl that I told you guys about. And anyway, we went up to this creepy doll hospital, and I didn't realize at the time that Mona was like literally stalking me. Anyway, after that, I went and visited Jenna in the hospital. Jenna's the girl that I told you guys about in part 8 that I blinded and then blamed it on her brother. Anyway, I went there to go threaten her because I was like telling her, like, basically, I know you're sleeping with your brother. And yeah, after that, I met up with my friends for like 5 minutes, and then I went back to my house, and my mom was all like, no, you can't have a sleepover with your friends. And I was like, seriously, stop being a fucking bitch. And so I stole a bunch of her sleeping pills. And yeah, I went to the sleepover in Spencer's barn, and my friends were just being like lame AF like the whole night, honestly. It was so annoying. And so I drugged them with the sleeping pills, and then once they went to sleep, I snuck out. And yeah, I hung out with Toby for like a little bit, and then I met up with this guy Ezra, who I've been seeing. Like, we slept together like twice, but he's like 40 years old, so it was like kind of getting weird, and so we broke up. And then I went to the Kissing Rock to make a makeup video with Ian because I told him I would. And then after that, I walked back to the barn, and Spencer was awake, and she was being a huge bitch. Like, she was like trying to attack me with a shovel, and I was like, dude, what the fuck? And so yeah, I went back to my house, which is like just across the street, and like, guess who's there? Ian, the guy that I was just making out with, and Jenna, the girl who was literally just in the hospital earlier in the day. Anyway, they were there, and like a couple other people, and they were all like trying to break into my room to get these videos that I stole from them. And they were being so stupid and petty about it, honestly. But like, they saw me, and then we kind of got into a fight, and like one of them pretended to kill me, but like obviously he didn't. And yeah, after that, I met up with my friend's dad to blackmail him for money because he was like sleeping with one of his students, which is like, ew, gross. And then this is where it gets really crazy. My friend Cece, who's like actually my sister, but like I didn't know it at the time, she literally hit me in the head with a rock because she thought I was her evil roommate from Radley, which is like our local insane asylum. Anyway, when she did that, I like passed out a little bit because like, ow, you just hit me in the head with a rock. And my mom thought like I was dead, so she took my body and she tried to bury me in the backyard where the gazebo was gonna be built. And it was like honestly pretty messed up because like I tried telling her multiple times that I was like alive, and she was like obviously ignoring me. But this lady from Ravenswood is like a ghost town. Anyway, I knew her, and she could like see the future and stuff, so she like knew I was in trouble, so she came and rescued me.